Senator Dante Marcoleta, recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Mr. President, meron po tayong batas, itong Republic Act 11650, na kung tawagin po natin ay Act Instituting a Policy of Inclusion and Services for Learners with Disabilities in Support of Inclusive Education. Sang-ayon po sa Section 13, itong batas na ito, Mr. President, ito po ay naglalaman ng program support budget na kung babasahin po natin ay ganito po ang nakasulat dito. To ensure the institutionalization of services for learners with disabilities, a PSB, meaning to say program support budget for learners shall be included as a line item in the general appropriations of the DepEd. I'd like to find out, Mr. President, dito po sa ating pinag-uusapan o kinukonsider na 2026 budget, particularly on DepEd, meron po bang line item ang PSB, Mr. President? Sang-ayon po sa itinatakda ng batas na ito.
I'm gonna look into it, Mr. President. Right now, I'm not aware of that line item in our NEP, Mr. President, but I'm going to look into it, Mr. President.
Kasi po, Mr. President, napansin ng representasyon na ito na meron po tayong budget for learning materials for learners with disabilities, pero wala pong specific line item allocation, halimbawa, doon sa child fine system. Ito po ay napaka-importante, Mr. President, kasi kung wala naman itong child fine system, hindi rin po natin malulocate o ma-identify kung ilan po yung mga mag-aaral natin na mayroong disabilities sa buong bansa, kung nasa ang eskwela po sila. At hindi rin po natin malalaman kung ilan ang mga naka-enroll sa mga eskwelahan. So mahihirapan po tayo kahit na alam natin na napaka-importanting masuportahan po natin lahat. Ngunit kung hindi naman po natin alam kung sino-sino sila at kung nasaan sila, sapagkat wala nga pong line item na nakalagay sa budget, ito naman po itinatadhana ng batas, mahihirapan po tayo, Mr. President. This representation tried since last week to inquire from the LBRMO kung talaga pong nakapaglagay ang DepEd ng line item ayon po sa itinatadhana ng batas. Ngunit hanggang ngayon po ay mukhang sila'y nahihirapan din na tingnan mula sa DepEd. Parang wala nga po, Mr. President.
Mr. President, meron po. Ito pala, DepEd budget 100 million pesos for 2026 sa NEP, Provision of Learning Resources for Learners with Disabilities.
Sa NEP po yun, Mr. President. Kung titignan po ninyo sa HGAB, nawala po yun. Yun po yung hinahanap natin.
Ayun, na magic.
At ang nakikita po nating malinaw, materialis po for learners for disabilities. Maliwanag po yun. Ngunit kung ang pag-uusapan natin para malocate po natin, nasaan po lahat ang mga mag-aaral po nating may disabilities, wala po tayong magagamit na pantustos dyan sapagkat wala po yung child fine system. Hindi lamang po yun, Mr. President. Sana'y nagkakamali po ako pero wala rin po yung hiring of specialists for diagnosis and assessment of LWDs and the prescription of appropriate intervention. Sana nagkakamali din po ako, Mr. President, na wala din po yung to defray expenses in the delivery of related services stated in Section 4P. Ito nga po yung sa transportation and various developmental, corrective and other support services for student with disabilities. Mr. President, kung wala po ang line item na ito na napaka-importante, kahit na po magsama-sama tayong lahat dito, ipahayag natin ang ating interes na tulungan ang ating mga mag-aaral na may disabilities, ngunit may kakulangan po sapagkat na maring kaligtaan po. Napaka-importante po ng line item na ito. Mr. President, kaya ko lamang po sinubukan na maalaman talaga. Sana po ay makita na po natin. Kahit na po tapos na yung individual amendments, Mr. President, siguro po ay ang representasyong ito isusulat sa ating chairman para sa ganun makahanap pa po tayo ng fiscal space. Nakita ko po kasi yung opisina po ng PCO na nagka-doble-doble po yung paglalagay po nila ng gastusin tungkol sa pag-uos natin ng ASEAN. Binabalak ko po na meron po akong dinrap na sulat, baka sakaling doon po natin makita. Kung sakasakaling ito pong tatlong items na ito ay talagang hindi na ilagay na line item sa ating na kinukonsider for 2026, Mr. President. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to thank the Senator from Tarlac for raising that issue, and I promise, Mr. President, to my colleagues that after this, I would confer with the Chairman, Committee Chair sa Public Health at saka sa DSWD as well as Finance Committee Chair para pag-usapan ito yung mga budget na karapat-dapat para matugunan itong mga pinag-usapan natin dito. Tulad sinabi nga ni Senator Marcoleta na walang saysay itong pinag-usapan natin paano tayo susuporta dito sa mga magagandang programa natin pamalaan kung nawawala naman daw yung budget at wala naman daw sa NEP. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that has to be addressed right away. Thank you for that, for being a keen observant on that matter, the good Senator from Tarlac. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the speech of the gentleman from Isabela and Davao, Senator Tulfo, together with all the interpellations, be referred to the Committee on Health and Demography.
So referred.
Oh, same topic, Mr. President. So I move. I withdraw my motion, Mr. President, so that the good Senate President may also weigh in on the.
No, in fact, Mr. President, I was going to support your motion, but I wanted to know where you would want to refer the speech of the gentleman, Senator Tulfo.
It was to the Committee on Health and Demography, sir.
Okay, because
Would you want an additional reference
yes, Mr. President,
or referral?
I filed Senate Bill 194. It was last July. This is an act recognizing difference in neurodevelopment, upholding the rights of neurodivergent people, and instituting a national care and support plan for neurodiversity. Now, it was referred to the Committee on Social Justice and the Committee on Health secondarily. So may I know if that is the proper thing to do on this particular speech? Would it be health or social justice first?
May I ask for a minute suspension, Mr. President, just to make sure we check
Session
the
is
rules.
suspended.
Mr. President, after thorough discussion with the Senate President, his bill was referred to the Committee on Social Justice. Usually, social justice, you discuss reforms, programs for the indigent patients, yung mga programs ng DSWD, yan yung factor dyan. On the bill of the Senate President, Mr. President, it has a big health component. So maybe we'll just reverse the referral. So I move, Mr. President, with the permission of the body, that the bill of Senate President Tito Soto be referred to the Committee on Health and Demography as well as Social Justice. As the primary committee is Health and Demography.
Secondarily,
And secondarily is the Committee on Social Justice.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
And at the
Then,
same time, what we can do also, Mr. President, is that
Privilege speech.
the privilege speech and all the interpellators or the interpellations be placed primarily the Committee on Health and Demography as well as secondarily to the Committee on Social Justice. I so move, Mr. President. I so move, Mr. President.
Approved.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. President, we'll take up the bill of Senator Bamay, but I think mag-interpellate yata si Senator Pino. Si Ma'am na lang po natin. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that we
Sandali lang.
Mr. President, I move that we consider Senate Bill number 1482 under Committee Report number 6. This is the Classroom Building Acceleration Program. I so move, Mr. President.
1482?
Yes,
did you
the
say?
first item on our agenda for interpellation, Senate Bill number 1482. Mr. President.
1482. All right. Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Thank you. We'd like to recognize the sponsor of the measure, Senator Bam Aquino, our distinguished colleague from Tarlac and Republic of the Philippines, and to interpret our distinguished Senate President Pro Tem, Senator Panfilo Lacson.
Senator Bam Aquino is recognized to sponsor and to interpolate the President Pro Tem, Senator Ping Lacson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will the distinguished sponsor of this measure yield the floor to this representation for a few clarificatory questions?
I would be very honored, Mr. President.
Thank you. At the outset, Mr. President, it goes without saying that this representation is fully supportive of your Honor's initiative, no, to accelerate the construction of classrooms and school buildings. However, there are some issues that need to be resolved or at least clarify with the end in view of making sure that once enacted into law, the measure will truly serve its purpose and not end up as a dead letter law. No?
Yes, Mr.
Maraming issues po rito. First off, Mr. President, under Section 3 of Senate Bill 1482, yung civil society organization or CSO refers to a non-state, non-profit association that works to improve society and the human condition. The basic types of which include non-government organizations, civic organizations, cooperative social movements, professional groups, and business groups. No, I think you called this provision under Section 3 from the DILG Memorandum Circular, no, 2025-050, kasi parang verbatim. Ano? However, under the new Government Procurement Act or Republic Act 12009, CSOs or People's Organization, POs, are to be invited as observers throughout all the procurement process. However, non-government organizations are allowed to participate in negotiated procurement, you know, when an appropriation law or ordinance earmarks an amount to be specifically contracted out to non-government organizations. There goes a problem, Mr. President. Kasi kung i-involve natin ng mga CSOs sa construction ng buildings, ano, one way or the other, directly or indirectly, at na-interchange natin yung definition ng non-government organization with CSOs, baka magnapolis tayo rito.
Okay.
So how do we resolve this issue, Mr. President?
Yes, Mr. President, maybe to give a background why we included CSOs. During our hearings, nalaman ho natin that our CSOs like Hope Foundation, Angat Buhay, the Chinese Chamber were actually building classrooms at a much cheaper rate than DPWH. At maganda naman po yung kanilang nagawa. In fact, through different senators here, marami rin pong nasuportahan dyan in the past who were able to complete classrooms. In fact, I found out recently that there's one NGO, I think, that has made more classrooms than DPWH. So what we included, Mr. President, is we included CSOs with track record in school building para masigurado na wala pong fly-by-night NGOs or CSOs ang masasama dito. We also included that DepEd will come out with their own guidelines with regard to which CSOs can participate in the classroom building program, Mr. President.
And even NGOs, provided that they will not be allowed to participate in biddings, no? Because as I understand, Mr. President, yung participation ng NGOs at saka CSOs, limitado sa mga free, di ba? Pero kung gagamit ng public funds, and i-involve natin yung participation ng NGOs, and they will be allowed to participate in biddings, no? In the construction of the school buildings and classrooms, medyo may problema tayo. Kasi merong conflict of interest.
What is the conflict of interest, Mr. President?
Because if we involve the NGOs,
yes,
and they will participate in the biddings, and they will actively participate in the monitoring, etc., nandun ang conflict of interest.
Mr. President,
so probably, pwede tayo maglagay ng caveat, ano?
Yes.
Na provided that they will not
monitor themselves.
Monitor themselves.
Yes, exactly, Mr. President.
Yeah, yun, anyway, at the proper time, maybe we can use the proper language,
yes,
to clarify that particular issue.
Yes, Mr. President.
But
definitely.
I have no objection to allowing NGOs to be active partners in the school building program of the government.
Yes. In fact, Mr. President, I think Senator Marcos also wrote us with similar concerns. And we can work with your offices to propose the proper language to have a tighter definition at the proper time, Mr. President.
Now, let's run some numbers, Mr. President. For the period 2022, or i-move na lang natin a little further, 2020 hanggang 2025, ano? Ang total na appropriations para sa school building, yung BFF, no? Yung facilities fund, ano? Basic Education Facilities Fund,
yes, Mr.
umabot
President.
na siya ng 91 billion 279